Welcome back, YouTube, to the KevonMoore channel, where we talk about trucking, life, entrepreneurship, and whatever else the fuck I want to talk about. Don't worry about that. That shit just mean distance. But I wanted to show you why. Well, in my previous video, I made a video why you should get into truck driving. And with anything in life, you have the law of polarity, which means you have hot, you have cold, you have up, you have down, you have yin, you have yang, and so on and so forth. So, since I made a video explaining why you should get into truck driving, I figure I should make a video on why you should not get into truck driving. Okay, here we go. First things first. This is a beautiful scenery. My goodness. This is a mountain I'm going up. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this. Just gorgeous. Just absolutely positively gorgeous. But some reasons why you should not get into truck driving. You should not get into truck driving if you are lazy. If you don't like to work, you should not get into truck driving. Now, depending on the type of truck driving that you as an individual want to do, reefer, dry van, flatbed, tanker, it's not too much physical labor like flatbed is. I was flatbed for about 2 months. Realized I don't want to do this shit. It's not as so much physical labor in dry van and reefer, but the work comes from driving a lot, obviously, if you're OTR, which I'll talk about in another point. But my goodness, this fucking view is just gorgeous, man. I wish you guys could see the scenery. I know you're looking at it via the phone, but yo, when you jump on this highway, man, there's nothing like it. But the work entails of a lot of driving, obviously, especially if you're OTR. Think to yourself, can you literally drive 10 hours a day, go to sleep for 10 hours, or for 9, or for 8, wake up, and then do it all over again? Think about that shit for a second. If you want to get into truck driving, here's what I suggest you do. Drive to a family member's house, a friend's house. Drive to anybody's house who lives very far from you. 500, 600 miles. Go there, stay there for about 8 to 10 hours, and then leave. My fucking God, this is beautiful. You guys can't even see it, but my goodness, it's just gorgeous. But drive to a family member's house that's at least 8 to 10 hours away. Stay there for about a day or a couple hours, and then leave the next day. That will let you know if truck driving is for you. Because you might get loaded, let's just say North Carolina, and they send your ass to Vermont. That's probably about a good 900 miles, depending on where in North Carolina and where in Vermont. I'm only saying it because I got a load going from North Carolina, Statesville, going to Vermont. And it's about 892 miles. Right? Or let's just say from fucking Syracuse, New York to Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I don't know. East Coast. But that's a lot of fucking miles. Drive there, drive back, and then see if you can drop the load off or whatever the case may be and realize like, okay, cool. Don't stay there for too long. Catch some rest, 10 hours, and then leave. Number 2, trucking really ain't for the faint of heart. Meaning, yo, you gotta understand something when it comes to truck driving. When you come into this, your first year, you're gonna be OTR. Every company I've been to, worked for, I've always heard people complaining about going on the road for a month and not seeing their family for about a month and a half. Like, what the fuck did you think you were getting into? Like, you know, this job, this industry entails you to be away from home for long periods of time. Why is it that you hear some shit different from maybe what your recruiter told you, which your recruiter's a fucking liar. Like, recruiters in general, some of them keep it 100, but majority of them, they gonna lie to you because they trying to get the bag or for you coming to whatever company you applying for. Point blank period, that's just what it is. But I never understood why people really think that before you even have experience driving a truck, that you gonna go home on the weekends, out the gate. What? You fucking, are you nuts? Look at that nice little horse up there. Pretty horse. But are you fucking crazy? That's not how this shit works. I'm Northeast Regional right now. I don't really leave the Northeast. Sometimes I sneak up south, but I'm cool with being out weeks at a time. I knew that shit before getting into the industry. You should do your fucking homework. You should not get into truck driving if your fucking piss is dirty. You at the crib and you smoking weed and you rolling up a spliff and you got Fonto and you got grabber. Yo, I know, I've been there, son. Plenty of times in your mother's skunt. I used to smoke heavy herb. Herb? Yo, listen, man. Wake up in the morning, brush my teeth, boil a spliff. Seen? But a big bomber clock man spliff too. None of them smart. Yo, not them small things, but don't get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta top it back, you feel me? I've been, shit. But yo, I used to smoke heavy herb, man. Heavy herb. But you have to realize, like, yo, you gotta put the shit down if you wanna get into this shit, man. Put the shit down. Don't come into truck driving and asking questions like, yo, do they do drug tests? 9 times out of 10, the company gonna do drug tests, man. That's just what it is. Like, they're gonna do a drug test. Sometimes it will be urine. Sometimes they may do a hair follicle. Like, make sure you at least, I would say at least 3 to 6 months clean, man. Don't come in here, you know what I mean? Talking about, oh, I got a detox, yada, yada, woo. Yo, yes, you can detox. Yes, some detoxes work. But to be 100% sure and accurate that you don't have to be worried about a drug test, stop fucking smoking. Period. Like, that's just what it is. That shit really grinds my gears when, like, yo, you're gonna get drug tested. You can't come into this industry all hide up. Like, you're gonna be driving 80,000 pounds